Yo, back with another episode of the JM Show. It's Monday, aka Mo Day. Um, so yeah, man, we back with another episode of the pod, man. We doing playoff bracket today. I got a couple other topics I'm gonna discuss, but yeah, we're gonna start with the playoff bracket, man. We got some updates as far as last week, with my predictions and stuff. Some things have changed, so let's discuss it. All right, so out east, it's still the same. So we got 9-10, it's still the Bulls versus Heat. 7-8, it's still the Magic versus the Hawks. Out west, 9-10, Kings versus Mavericks, still the same. But we got to change with 7-8. Now, this is now the Warriors versus the Grizzlies, right? And these are the matchups for 7-8. 7-8 games are going to be played tomorrow. So a lot of these predictions we about to see if we right or not, right? So yeah, tomorrow we got the Magic versus Hawks and we got the Grizzlies versus Warriors, right? So now in this 7-8 matchup, that's changed because once again I had the Bulls, I had the Magic, and I had the Kings. Now even the Kings pick I might change because I feel like AD been playing like he got something to prove. He has been hooping, but still, I don't know, bro. I still go Kings. I'm gonna still keep it Kings. Even though I want to pick the Mavs, because I don't know, I think AD might shock some people. He might go for 50 that night, but I'm gonna still go Kings. This 7-8 matchup between the Warriors and the Grizzlies, though, that's a new one, right? Now don't get it twisted. They played in the same position before, and the Grizzlies won. But one of our second topics today is the Ja celebration, right? The gun celebration or whatever they trying to put on Ja. But you got to remember that started from this game, the Warriors versus Grizzlies. It started there. So that might be like some high intensity. You know what I mean? They might be trying to go back and forth, I don't know. And sometimes them games get the best of people. So in that matchup, but Curry he dealing with an injury. So it's a lot going on. But in that matchup, oh man, it's a tough one. Because I'm really a Ja Morant fan. I like Steph too. You know what I mean? I'm a Jimmy Butler fan. Desmond Bain. So I'm going Grizzlies, man. I'm gonna go Grizzlies. I think they're gonna take the 2-7. I mean the 7-8. They're gonna take the 7 seed, and then the Warriors will play the Kings for the 8 seed, and that'll put them against the Thunder. And then that'll put the Rockets against the Grizzlies, like I already said. So, you know, to update people if they don't know, let me send my picks. Make sure I got mine. Okay, so I had. Oh, whoa. This is the first round right here, too. The first round has changed a little bit, too. So, but originally I did have Grizzlies versus Rockets. I had Grizzlies in 7. But I had that Lakers Warriors matchup in 7. That switched because now it's Lakers Timberwolves, right? So now it's Bron them versus Ant-Man. And that's another crazy joint right there. You know what I mean? I'm going to still go Lakers, though. I'm going to still keep them. I don't think 7. I think that'll be 6. Right? Bron be on a mission in that first round. He go crazy. You know what I mean? With Luka, that could be too much for the Timberwolves. You know what I mean? And even the 4-5 matchup, the Nuggets versus the Clippers, I had Nuggets in 6, right? But another topic I'm gonna touch on today, they just fired the coach Mike Malone. So it's like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? They might get out coached. They might get out strategized. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna still stick with the Nuggets. I just probably go 7. I'm gonna go Nuggets in 7 now. Instead of 6, I'm gonna go 7. Because remember, for my point tally, I'm giving myself 1 point for being right and 1 point for picking the amount of games, you know what I mean, that they win in. So yeah, that'll change some things. But that 1/8 matchup, because I'm gonna have the Warriors taking the 8th seed. I had the Warriors beating the Thunder. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had them beating them in I'm gonna go Warriors in 7. Yeah, 7. I get the Thunder 7. Because the Thunder they've had some good games against the Warriors too. And then, the Steph injury. You never know with that. Steph he could be a little injury prone sometimes, but he fight through it. So I definitely give him credit for that. He definitely fight through his injury. So yeah. But yeah, man, that's the playoff update. So let me put my picks in together. So 1/8 for the playoffs, right? I got Cavs, Bulls, Cavs in 6, right? Pacers, Bucks. I got Pacers in 7. Knicks, Pistons. I got Knicks in 6. And we just saw what happened in that game. The Pistons, I told you that they're a feisty team. Then 2-7 would be Magic, Celtics, and I still got the Celtics beating them in 5. Might be a sweep, but I get a Magic a game. And then 1/8 out west, I got Warriors against the Thunder. I got Warriors in 7. Nuggets versus Clippers. I got Nuggets in 7 now. I'm gonna switch that because Mike Malone got 5, which is weird. But 3-6 Lakers versus Wolves. I got Lakers in 6. I think they're gonna beat them kind of good. And then Rockets versus the Grizzlies. I still got the Grizzlies in 7. So yeah, for sure. That's my playoff bracket, man. We're gonna get it popping. The game start tomorrow. So everybody tune in. It's gonna be a good game. All right, so now let's switch topic. To our second topic is the Ja Morant gun celebration kind of fiasco. Everybody trying to run with and make this a thing. Look, man, my personal opinion, I'm team Ja Morant on this, right? Because it's like celebrations are a part of basketball, right? This ain't golf. This ain't soccer. Like this ain't, well, not even soccer. This ain't golf. This ain't tennis. You know, one of those sports where people kind of make the crowd quiet down a little bit, or, you know, make them, I don't know, not be involved as much as like, you know, kind of tacky to be loud. Basketball is different, bro. Basketball, this is the type of sport where we tell the crowd to make some noise. Like you want to send the park up. Like you want to have those moments where the crowd losing their mind. Celebrations is a part of that. That could be a part of like, you know, what you do on the court. You know what I mean? Whether it's the 3 to the head, you know what I mean? LeBron got his, you know, Kobe used to make the faces. Mike used to stick the tongue out. So I don't really get caught up in celebrations like they mean something extra than what they really just mean. It just means, you know, a player in that mode and they cooking, right? But I don't like how, you know, people trying to make it like Ja Morant just like lost his mind because of a celebration, or he doing something wrong because of a celebration. It's like, bro, either you ban them, either you say, look, these type of celebrations we won't allow, or you making this kind of personal with him. You know what I mean? And it's like that's kind of weird to me. Like, because it don't need to be that way. Like at the end of the day, if he throw a imaginary grenade into the crowd, nobody get hurt, bro. Nobody like is weird, bro. Especially when we have the army, we have real examples of what grenades do. How do you get offended by an imaginary grenade? It's weird, but you know, I gotta fight through that. At the same time, I want bro to stop feeding into it, stop like giving these people ammo. Because when you give certain people ammo, bro, they run with it. And I'm talking about they will run this story into the ground, until it ain't no more story. It's like, okay, bro, we get it, bro. You don't like the celebration, let it go. But you got to be mindful that when you in the entertainment business, bro, you're going to have a lot of opinions. You're going to have a lot of people who have commentary, something to say. You know what I mean? I'm a player. I'm a person. I said player. I'm a person that got something to say. You know what I mean? I kind of love sports, so I kind of always keep in tune with what's going on, or stay in tune with how the sport is developing. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. So as far as the celebration go, I don't like how people like you find him now. Like if a person could do the gun celebration towards me and then I do it back and you find me, and what? Like that's crazy. What? So what is he saying? If you assuming I'm saying something, what is he saying, right? So, but you know, you got people out there who will say that's you making an excuse, right? You trying to play victim. No, that's me saying if you ain't gonna hold him accountable, then get out my face with all that nonsense. You know what I mean? And that's just real. So yeah, I think these playoffs gonna be these playoffs gonna be nice, man. I'm expecting some good games, man. You know what I mean? We got MVP coming up. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do MVP. I'm gonna do Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player. And a lot of these awards have lost a lot of esteem because they just be people be telling you who the MVP is at the beginning of the year. It's like, bro, you ain't even seen the season yet. How you picking the MVP? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, it's crazy with these awards nowadays. But also the Mike Malone firing, man. They fired Mike Malone. So I think that's kind of crazy though. Like, you know what I mean? Already like coming into the playoffs, like this is a championship coach. This is one of those coaches who kind of embodied like that Nugget spirit. Like he was sending shots at Bron and the Lakers, and you know what I mean? He kind of one of them old school coaches. And you know, I got sources, right? Really just, you know, people I love, but I got sources that, you know, who love the Nuggets, and it's like, yeah, it's about time he got up out of the he kind of old school. But you need that, man. You need that old school feel, especially when, you know, a lot of teams is just playing, they just playing basketball. They ain't running no plays, they ain't got no adjustments. Some teams just play basketball. So if you a team that got old school feel to it, where you like, okay, they playing it this way, well, let's switch it up and do it this way. You win championships like that. You beat teams like that when you switch up a lineup in the middle of the series, right? So now you got to adjust for the fact that he was coming off the bench, but now he's starting, right? So it's like, yeah, those type of things, you know, is why coaches matter. Is why we give Phil Jackson so much credit, right? And he really understood that. Like, I'm gonna switch things up. Sometimes I'm gonna make people uncomfortable. I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. That was Phil way. Phil will make his star player uncomfortable. Greg Popovich would do that. I make my star player uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But if you're not gonna get coaches that type of power anymore, then yeah, they're gonna become nobodies. And then at that point, yeah, you almost don't have a purpose for them if you're not gonna allow them to actually coach. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Mike Malone. I think he'll bounce back. I think some team gonna pick him up. He just one of them coaches that I could tell, you know, players might gravitate towards. Some players might not like, you know what I mean? He probably strict. You know, they doing that with Pat Riley now, saying he too strict, but sometimes you gotta be, man. Some people need that. You know what I mean? Some people need that policing. Other people don't, but some people do. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Get the coaches back some power, man. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know, a Phil Jackson challenging Michael Jordan. I challenge you, homie. I challenge Kobe Bryant. I challenge y'all. You know what I mean? And let's see how you respond to it. That's part of life. Being challenged. It is part of life. So it's like, yeah, get the coaches back some power. But yeah, man. So that's the second episode. I'm gonna keep most of these episodes short. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep these real short because I just want these to be like, you know, real basketball. Like I might do other content where I go into longer form content, but I'm gonna try to keep Mondays basketball. You know what I mean? So hold me to Mondays. You know what I mean? Expect the Jody Mo show on Mondays. Every day after that, I mean, you might catch me, man, but but you never know, man. But yeah, so playoffs start tomorrow. Let's get it popping, man. It's your boy Jody Mo. I'm out. Peace and love. You know what I mean?